going to call the meeting to order. This is the Thursday, May 8th, business meeting of the Wantagh Board of Education. We'll begin with a salute to the flag. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. 3, communications from the Board of Education. Communications were received from those listed in the agenda. C, superintendent's report. Mr. McNair.
Great, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending tonight. My name is John McNamara. I'm the superintendent of schools. Just to update you on a few things tonight. One is at tonight's meeting, we're going to be approving tenure for several members of our teaching staff, as well as several administrators. So we just wanted to recognize them tonight. We had a nice opportunity just about an hour ago in our cafeteria to hold our tenure reception and recognize them. And we just wanted to recognize them here. In a couple minutes, the board will be voting on that. So if you wouldn't mind just kind of standing and waving when I call your name. We have Dan Bonamini, Wantagh High School Special Education. Congratulations, Dan. Ashley Chamberlain, Wantagh Middle School Special Education teacher. Carrie Ann Chiara, Special Education BCBA for the district. Lindsay Glasser, Wantagh Reading and Special Education. Alexa Del Piano, Forest Lake and Mandalay, STEAM. And Allison Santinello, Forest Lake Grade 4 teacher. And then 3 administrators are receiving tenure as well. Dr. Scolari, our Executive Director for Human Resources Administration. Congratulations. Rachel Iannuzzi, our Assistant Principal at Wantagh Elementary School. And Dr. Christopher Widman, our Wantagh High School Assistant Principal. So congratulations to all of our tenure recipients. Certainly well earned. We are really excited about what the future holds for our Wantagh School District with all of those folks we just recognized. So congratulations. We also have some retirees tonight on the other end of their career. We have that I'd like to recognize as well. I believe Lorraine is here. Is Lorraine? I didn't see her. Oh, there she is. I didn't see her on the way in. Lorraine Roseland. She's a teacher aide at Wantagh L. Lorraine has been working with us for the past 9 years. She came to us and she had been a religious education teacher at St. Francis. She was very active here in the Wantagh PTAs as well, our 612 Association, and does such a nice job in working with our students over at Wantagh Elementary School each and every day. We are certainly going to miss her. We wish her all the best in the future, and congratulations to Lorraine on her retirement. Lorraine, if you wouldn't mind coming up, I have a plaque I'd like to present to you. I'd also like to recognize Madeline Woll. Madeline is our guidance office clerical at Wantagh Middle School. Madeline has been with us for 22 years, started over at Wantagh High School in the guidance department, and does just such a great job. Anybody that's ever been in a middle school guidance office knows that it can be a challenging place to be. We have students in need of some support, and Madeline's there to greet them and support the work of all of our counselors. Madeline served as a legal secretary before joining us, so really kind of came with that such a great skill set, super organized, hard worker, and really just is able to keep that office moving along. Just had the opportunity to meet her husband. They're both retiring. We wish them all the best as they retire together. So congratulations to Madeline. And then one more person that's camera shy, refused to join us tonight, but I just want to take a minute to recognize her as well. Anybody that knows Kathy St. George, she's been a kind of a staple of our PPS office for almost 25 years. She as a clerical in that office has just done an outstanding job. Super detail-oriented, super thorough. She served as the leader of our clerical unit for a number of years, and I got to know Kathy when I first got here in that capacity, and really just such a hard worker, does such a great job. You know, there'll be times when I'm leaving here in the evening, and there's Kathy still in the PPS office working away. She has that type of dedication, and we just want to wish her the best. Kathy wouldn't join us tonight, but I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment to publicly recognize her. So congratulations to Kathy. All right, I also just wanted to recognize all of our teaching staff, Teacher Appreciation Week this week. You know, we are truly fortunate in our district to have just such an outstanding, dedicated group of professionals that work so hard every day with our students, and just take a moment tonight at our board meeting to thank them. Also, thank our PTAs as well. If you haven't seen a Teacher Appreciation Week spread in some of the schools, it's pretty impressive, including the Wicked themed Teacher Appreciation at Wantagh that I heard all about last night at the PTA meeting. Truly impressive. We thank our PTAs for everything they do in all of our buildings to support our students and really providing such a nice recognition for our teaching staff this week. So thank you to our teachers, and thank you to our PTAs. All right, I'm going to invite Dr. Widman and Dr. Gazzone to come up. They wanted to speak a little bit about an event that we have that was an inaugural event last fall in September. We're going to have the second annual coming up, so they wanted to just say a few words about that.
Okay. Thank you, John. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for being here tonight. Short and sweet. Last year, we ran our inaugural 9/11 Memorial 5K. And if we could just go to the next slide real fast. Part of the reason why we formed this to begin with was we had some goals where we wanted to be able to unite our schools and community together for an event that would help offset the cost for bringing our students down to the 9/11 Memorial Museum down in New York City. And at the same time, we wanted to be able to provide scholarships for graduating seniors and provide some teaching materials for our elementary and middle school to enhance teaching of the 9/11 curriculum. And so we had a successful inaugural event last year, and as a result of that, we want to do it again this year, which will be September 14th, Sunday, September 14th. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Gazzone, who's going to talk a little bit more.
So as you can see, those were our goals, and I just want to give an update on the progress of those goals. I think that's really important. So we wanted to send kids to the 9/11 Museum. The cost of that before the event was about $100 a student. We were able to knock that down to $20 a student, and we were able to take 112 students and 18 staff members this past March to the 9/11 Museum, which was just amazing. We also will be giving out $2,500 in student scholarships in 9/11 related driven criteria this coming seniors award season. We also have been able to, based on the success of the event, we were able to reserve $30,000 for a memorial to be placed on Wantagh High School campus. It's a 5-year goal. You know, hopefully we'll get there in the next couple of years. We also purchased some developmentally appropriate Man in the Red Bandana books for the elementary classes last year. So as you can see, the event was a success, but really, you know, what are we doing with all that? That's the progress we've made, and there's more to come. if you go to the next slide. Before I just talk about this, I just really want to give a nice big shout out to our big time sponsors. So Gary Sinise Foundation has done a lot of work for our schools. They've probably done more for Wantagh High School and Wantagh schools than probably any other school, I would say, in the country by far. They continue to be big supporters of the Wantagh School District. They are a Gold Star sponsor once again. I also want to thank the Wantagh 612. They are a Silver Star sponsor, and joining for the first time at the Silver Star level is Orlin and Cohen. They're really supporting this event. So a big thank you to all our Gold Star and Silver Star sponsors. But there's the timeline of the race day, some pictures from last year, which was amazing if you weren't able to make it. And we're thrilled to share that Commissioner Ryder will be our keynote speaker at the event on September 14th. So put it in your books. We'd love to see everybody there. If you know any sponsors, let us know. All right, thank you.
Great, thank you both. And I want to thank both Nick and Paul for the work they've done on that event. It was such a successful event, really a great event bringing our community together. And we're really just the trip to the 9/11 museum is such a powerful trip. And it's great that all of our students in high school have the opportunity to participate in that. All right, and then the next portion of the meeting we're going to dedicate to our official budget hearing. So those of you that are here celebrating tenure or another event, this is a great time to bow out if you don't want to stick around for the budget hearing. No pressure, you're welcome to stay, but we want to thank those of you who are attending for that purpose to leave tonight before we start the budget hearing process. All right. We're really excited about this year's budget. We were really able to accomplish a lot over the course of the past several months. Putting together a school district budget is always a challenge. It's a process that really starts in the fall each year, and you can kind of see the timeline that we use to develop it. Starting working with budget managers and putting that together. And I just have to thank Anthony Cedrone to my right and his office for all the work they do in putting this together. It's a large task every year, and they really do such an outstanding job with it. We're happy to announce that we were able to accomplish a lot of the goals that we set out to accomplish. A couple of years ago, we really kind of focused on bringing class size down at the elementary school, and that's something that we're really able to continue to maintain here through this budget, and really continue to offer our outstanding programs, but also look to expand and replace programs that just need updating and that we really want to kind of take a look at, and we're really able to do that in a really nice way through this budget process. You can see this is where our current budget stands. We're coming in below the tax levy limit of 2.89%. So the levy impact to our community, we had a $67 million levy this year. It's going to a $68.9 million levy for next year as the proposed budget. And you can see the overall budget is a $91.7 million budget going to a $94.7 million budget. And the other side of the revenues that I'll talk about are the state aid side, which we finally got some final numbers on late last night. I won't go through all the academic achievements. There's just too many to list, but we continue to be proud, and we just kind of give a high-level view of our commencement level at the high school. And that's a product of work K to 12 that takes place across our district. We really continue to have outstanding results, 98% graduation rate, students going to outstanding colleges and universities, and students really challenge themselves with taking high-level courses. Right now we're in AP week. Last year we administered 700 AP exams in a high school of 850 students. So it really is truly impressive, and this budget is able to continue to support all that great work. These are some of the new offerings for next year. We're excited about expanding our WIN program at our elementary school. That's a program we started several years ago with hopes of continuing to expand it up into the upper grade levels. Over the past several years, it's served our K-2 students, and that's pushing support into each classroom with a reading teacher, which is really invaluable for teachers to work and support students directly in their classroom. We've had great success with it. Our reading staff and our general ed staff has done an outstanding job with it, and we're excited about expanding that into third grade. And talking to certainly the building leaders, they certainly felt strongly about continue to expand that support. So we're excited that we finally can do that for third grade for next year. We're also excited about our ever expanding special education program. We have continued expansion of our life skills program at the middle school. A program that we started several years ago back at Mandalay that has continued to grow. A program that we would not be able to, in years past, we would have had students go to out-of-district placements for that we're now able to keep right here in the Wantagh School District, which is outstanding. And we're going to be building, as part of the capital projects, a room at Wantagh High School for that program as well for next year. And then just some electives. Our science research program continues to really blossom. We have, we'll be in our third year of that program. We're going to have over 60 students participating in that program for next year. Started out with a cohort just last school year, and continues to grow. We just opened our science research lab, a new space that we designated for that class back in February. It came out fantastic, so I thank the building leaders and Chris Kozak for their leadership with that program. A broadcasting class, that's a new elective they're going to be offering. We're going to be working in that space this summer. A couple of construction courses as part of our technology department, both interior and exterior construction. Really exciting offerings, and we're going to be creating a space for them as well. And then a cybersecurity course. We're going to be creating hopes to create a sequence, a 3-year sequence for students in cybersecurity that leads ultimately to an industry standard certification in cybersecurity. And then a couple of new theater electives as well, Page to Stage and Art of Improv. And then, we had some interest in an EMT program. Talking to the local fire department, we know the shortages across the board in terms of really qualified EMTs. So we have over, I believe it's about a dozen students next year. They're going to be taking an EMT program in the evenings here that we're happy to offer to the staff as well. So to the students as well. So exciting new programs that we're looking forward to getting off the ground. And continue to support our UPK program, a program that we started back in the 21-22 school year, and started small, 4 sections. We received a grant from New York State for that program, and we've continued to support that. Now we'll be running with 8 sections again, 2 at Mandalay Elementary School, 2 at Forest Lake, and 4 at Wantagh L. And it's really nice to have our students in our buildings as 4-year-olds. They become acclimated, and then we'll move into a kindergarten there, and it's been such a great success. So excited about that. Our only challenge really at this point in time with our UPK program is just space. It's getting tight. We've continued to find spaces and reacclimated some things, but it's getting tight for space. We have each year a lottery process for that and a small wait list, but we've been able to really work through that and providing a good number of students here in Wantagh with that as 4-year-olds. And as I mentioned, class size, the elementary level, continue to work to bring that down. We're really nice numbers for next year. Class size average overall at Wantagh Elementary School is about 19.4, about 18 at Forest Lake, and about 20.8 at Mandalay. Much improved from where we were just a few short years ago. And then we'll still monitor kindergarten. We always have that number. That's something that we'll closely watch. Each year enrollment can kind of fluctuate. It typically ticks up a little bit. So that may be sections across the board in all 3 elementary schools that we'll be monitoring. And then just some quick highlights for capital projects. It's going to be busy and continue to be busy over the next couple of years. We have a lot of capital improvement projects going on. Thank you to the community for their support in 22 of 2 of our 3 propositions for our bond. A lot of that work is now starting to come to fruition. We did a number of bathrooms across the district over the last summer. We did some work in our middle school gymnasium. We did some roof work at Wantagh L, hallway ceiling replacements across the entire high school. The science classrooms I mentioned, we also did one at Wantagh Middle School. We also did a new PA system in every single building. It was in much need. We had an antiquated system in place that was in need of an overhaul. And also as part of that, we're starting the process of installing a new phone system. We did that for all of our offices this week, and we'll be installing over the summer new classroom phones in every single classroom across the district as well. And then, a number of smaller projects as well, some lighting and paving. We just did some paving work this past spring break in front of the high school, and we'll be doing some flooring replacements at the middle school this summer. As part of the budget process this year, we're going to be asking for an expenditure to be approved by the community out of our capital reserve projects, out of our capital reserve fund, and that's money that is already in that reserve that is currently there, and we're asking for the voters to approve and authorize us to spend that money. And we have 4 projects that we're asking for approval on. The largest one is a large roof replacement at Wantagh Elementary School. It's a large section of the original building, that original roof, that we would like to do this summer. The whole front of the building will need to be scaffolded to do that. One of the reasons why we're unfortunately not able to run our summer rec program over at Wantagh L this summer. In addition, some ceilings at the high school. That's part of the HVAC work that we're going to be doing as part of the bond project. Those will be some classroom spaces that need new ceilings as part of that work. Security cameras across the district. We're going to be upgrading and replacing some of those, as well as the associated switchgear with that, and then some lighting in this room as well. Unfortunately, this room, one of the propositions was voted down as part of that. This space was one of those areas that was part of that potential renovation, as well as some athletic projects in our playgrounds. So we've been doing pieces here in the auditorium. We did some sound work, and we're going to be doing some lighting work next year as well. And then you can see the transfer to capital. That's really our facilities budget. We have a number of projects, and a lot of these are accomplished by our in-house staff. We have some really talented folks on staff, electricians, plumbers, and carpenter. They really do some great work, and they'll be doing some of this work as well that we have listed here. And a lot of it is to support some of the new programs that we're putting in place in terms of our broadcasting space and our construction space and so on. These are our reserves. We have a pretty significant reserve plan in place, and this is really to support us in terms of any emergency expenditures and unexpected expenses that we have, and these are all funded in accordance with our reserve plan. Good news financially, really continue to be in a solid place financially in the district. The latest comptroller's report in terms of our fiscal stress score gave us no designation, which you can see over the past 3 years has been much improved, and something that we've really targeted. And Anthony and his office, they've really done an outstanding job in working towards that. And these are the big drivers you can see in the budget, in terms of, why does our budget go up each year and what are the drivers within that? We always like to highlight the significant areas. And the biggest one is always people, right? We're an organization that's 75% people. That's 75% of our expenses are salary and benefits. And that's always a big driver in our budget. We have negotiated contracts with all of our major bargaining units, and these are the associated raises and benefits that go with each of those groups. You can see that figure, $1.7 million. That's the biggest driver in our budget. Some special education programming. I highlighted a little bit of that before. The employer retirement system, technology and cybersecurity. That's also something that we're really focused on. Penny Curry's office has really worked at really continuing to put greater controls in place there, and that all continues to progress nicely. Insurance is an area that continues to impact us, and I think everybody in this room, and that continues to be a driver as well as some additional transportation costs. As I mentioned, we just got our final state aid numbers last night. The state budget was very late in being adopted this year, and you can see that's what we anticipate. Fortunately, the governor's proposal back in February was really in line with what we actually saw, and you can see we're expecting a modest increase in foundation aid for next year. That's the biggest portion of our aid stream, which is about $315,000 for the 25-26 school year. And as I mentioned, staffing, that's the biggest driver in our budget, and you can see why. That's as I said, we're an organization of people. So summary, there'll be two propositions that we'll be asking voters to approve. The first proposition is the budget itself, and the second proposition is an expenditure out of the Capital Reserve Fund, and that was the $2.1 million that I highlighted in those four projects. Once again, in terms of offerings, we're excited to continue to support all of our programs, and with the addition of some of the new programs that I highlighted, and doing that all below the tax cap. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to, just one reminder, Budget Vote Day is on Tuesday, May 20th. And once again, the polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. And it'll take place at each one of our elementary schools. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Mrs. Cassidy. Oh, and I'm sorry, before I do, I just wanted to also mention one of our trustees is not here tonight, Anthony Greco. We just want to wish him well. He's recovering. He had to have a procedure this week, so we just want to wish him well as he's recovering tonight.
Thank you. We'll continue on with the agenda. D1, approval of minutes. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. E1, financial reports. E2, budget transfers. Is there a motion? Move. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. F, personnel. F1, approval of personnel items. F2, approval of 2025 election personnel. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second? All in favor? Aye. G1, textbook central. G2, new Wantagh Seaford Track Center courses. G3, use of funds from reserves. G4, intergovernmental cooperative bid agreements. G5, Nassau BOCES Agreement Project 31-971096. G6, BOCES Twilight Alternative Program Agreement. And G7, Scope Education Service Agreement. Is there a motion? Move. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
G8, SECA resolution. G9, County of Nassau Intermunicipal Agreement. G10, Facilities Use Agreement, Warrior Sports Baseball Clinic. G11, Driver Education In-Car Instruction Program. G12, Health Services Agreement. G13, Related Services Agreement. G14, Budget Increase. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
G15, Donations. The Board of Education accepts a donation from Rachel Moyer and Ryan Gomes from the Greg Moyer Defibrillator Fund of a Zoll AED machine for the Wantagh Athletics Department at a value of $2,300. The Board of Education approves a donation of $3,350 from the Forest Lake Elementary School PTA for the purchase of Gaga Pit flooring for the Forest Lake Elementary School. The Board of Education approves a donation of $947.50 from the Mandalay Elementary School PTA for an assembly, Uncle Sam's Comedy Jam by Academic Entertainment, Inc. The Board of Education approves a donation of $1,250 from the Mandalay Elementary School PTA for an assembly, The Circus Guy by So Fun City. The Board of Education approves a donation of $1,469.50 from the Mandalay Elementary School PTA for an assembly music, sing-along, and story time by Darrell Cobb Productions. And the Board of Education approves a donation from the New York Schools Insurance Reciprocal of $1,000 for the Wantagh Warrior 9/11 Memorial 5K Run. The Board of Education would like to thank all for their generous donations. G17 Transportation Contracts. G17 Extra Classroom Activities Charter. G18 Disposal of Obsolete Books. And G19 Destruction of Ballots. Is there a motion? Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. H, new business, no?
No one finished.
No unfinished. I, new business, approval of committees on special education and preschool education recommendations. I, 2, policy revisions. Is there a motion? Second? All in favor? Aye. Adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Madam President, make a motion to adjourn to executive session for personnel and security.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we'll
And-
move on to.
And before we do our reports, I just wanted to, one of the motions the board just made in approving personnel was for some of our new staff members. So we're excited to, I just wanted to announce some members of our new teaching staff. Patricia Campo was just appointed as an elementary teacher at Mandalay Elementary School, so congratulations to her. Darren Sobel, music teacher. Caitlin Cavallo, also in music, and Jake Schieffer, also our music educators. So congratulations to all of them. Catherine Davison, one of our ENL teachers, so excited. She's a part-time teacher, will be moving to full-time for next year. Alexis Arnold in special education, and Dana Boquiccio. I'm hoping I'm saying it right, Dana. Good. So congratulations to Dana, who's here with us tonight. So congratulations, and thank you for joining us.
Congratulations.
We'd like to welcome them all to the Wantagh family, and we know that they're going to do great things while they're here. So congratulations.
Okay, now we'll move on to student government. Isabella?
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabella Kugal, and I am the co-president of the student government for the 2024-2025 school year, alongside Danny Donahue, who unfortunately could not attend because he is competing in a tennis match. In recognition of Autism Awareness Month this past April, the student government took several initiatives to promote understanding and inclusion within our school community. We decorated the school showcase to highlight facts and messages about autism awareness. Additionally, we organized a bake sale with all proceeds being donated to the Nassau-Suffolk Autism Society, an organization that provides vital support and resources to individuals with autism and their families across Long Island. Moreover, we also delivered daily loudspeaker announcements through the month to educate and inform our peers about autism. Our spring sports teams have had much success so far. The boys track team won divisions, which is an amazing accomplishment. The other sports teams have been doing very great as well. Each team is currently recognizing their senior members who will be graduating soon. We are so proud of the athletes, and we can't wait to see how their performance continues. On June 4th, our Future Business Leaders Association Club will be holding their annual Spikeball School Tournament. The money raised from this event will be donated to a cancer charity that will be chosen soon. Even if you don't plan to participate, please make sure to stop by and enjoy some snacks. These past few weeks have been filled with students who have been studying and taking their AP exams. We'd like to commend them on their dedication, as we know this is a very stressful time. Good luck to all of those who are still taking their tests. Thank you for letting me give you a little insight on what is happening in the high school, and Danny and I look forward to sharing more with you next month. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's start with our PTAs. Forest Lake PTA?
Good evening, everyone. Matt Zinzer from Forest Lake PTA. I'm going to use my cheat sheet here. We have a lot going on, end of the school year, so it's very busy. We had the Ducks game last Thursday. Always an exciting night. We were very thankful it wasn't as cold as last year. We're also celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week. We have an Around the World theme. We bought snacks every day for the staff, and tomorrow is the big staff lunch. It's also the 5th grade plant sale tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too wet for them out there. Also, the final book fair of the year is on the 16th. Adventureland on the 21st. We're sharing that with Mandalay. Field Day on June 5th. Our PTA installation dinner on June 16th at Bramalo. And we have the Kona Ice Truck fundraiser for the incoming 5th grade to start their funds for next year. And that's going to be on Tuesday the 24th. Great. Thank you.
Mandalay PTA? Wantagh LPTA?
Oh boy, okay. Yeah, tiny. Okay, hello, I'm Jen Schnitzer with Wantagh Elementary PTA. We had our Staff Appreciation Week, of course, this week. We had a Wicked theme, which was great. The committee wound up doing so many different activities for the teachers. One of the things they did to surprise them were Post-its from the students with thank yous and messages for them, which is like Yellow Brick Road, which was so awesome. They have one more day of surprises tomorrow, so the teachers hopefully are going to be excited about that, and the staff as well. They did also do Post-its for staff around the building, too, so that was great. We do have our Ducks game family night on June 5th. We're going to be with the 4th and 5th grade orchestra, 5th grade band, and 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade chorus for a fun evening, and they'll have their performance as well. We have our keychain fundraiser. There are different keychains. We're going to have a lot of keychain excitement around the building for those who want to participate. They can purchase little keychains for their backpacks and things like that. We are partnering with Programs for All Kids for Spring Sport Day. This is next Saturday, the 17th, from 9 to 12 p.m., 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on the turf field across from the school for various games, sports, and fun. And we just had our plant sale this Wednesday and Thursday, today and yesterday, where the students could purchase plants, participate in a seeding activity to learn how plants grow, and they got to take home their own seeding kit from the PTA. So we hope they'll plant wonderful things. We do still have in our lobby a donation to help Little Miss Wantagh for pet food collection and small pet toys. That's going to be going on until the 27th. Just bear with me 1 minute. I have only a few more things. We do each month now a donations for a cause where we collect on our Give Back site. If people want to donate, they can donate for different causes. This month for May, it's John Thiessen Foundation. For May, we'll be collecting donations for the foundation. And since 1992, the John Thiessen Children's Foundation helps sick and underprivileged children across Long Island in any capacity possible. So we hope people will consider making a tax deductible contribution to support the foundation on our Give Back site as well for PTA. Coming up, we have Adventureland as well, this Monday the 12th. And one of the last things that I want to speak about is some of our 5th grade activities coming up. We have our end of year celebration on the 24th, which we're very excited about. And moving up ceremony on the 26th, PTA will be providing, obviously, the refreshments. And courtesy of the PTA, each 5th grader will receive a boutonniere or corsage for the moving up ceremony, and we'll be there to congratulate them, because we will miss them as they're graduating this year. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. 6 to 12. SEPTA. PTA Council. Sports Booster Club. Performing Arts Booster Club. And the Wantagh Foundation. Now we're going to begin our public comment. If anybody has any questions, if you would like to.
Good evening. Thank you for allowing me to speak once again. I know we were here last month. We expressed our concerns. I had recently had an email between Mr. McNamara and I, and he said that there was really no updates. I know you guys have been busy. It's a busy time of year, I'm sure. But once again, I'd like you to know that we are interested. We are extremely on the edge of our seats. again, how this will impact us. I'm going to spare us the list. I did have another one, but I implore you both, or all of yous, to please let us know when this discussion is going to be made. And bringing up whether there could be an alternative. I know that Mulcahy's is having their fundraiser for Forest Lake, and would that be an option for the high school rather than signing a contract with a donation where there's a lot of strings attached, and how it could affect the surrounding houses more than just, say, the school sports teams and school practices, but to have outside people come. So I'd like to know if that would be an option and who I could contact to help in order to do that. So again, when this decision is made and when you guys, I don't know whether you've had time to visit it. I don't know when they gave you this money and you accepted their donation, whether there was a time frame they gave you. Did they give you a time frame? Are they calling and asking for answers? Is it just us? We're kind of like in limbo here, and I understand you guys are busy, and I get it. But I would love just a little more communication. And should we keep pestering you, or when you guys decide or have made some decision, you'll contact us? All right, well, thank you, and please, please do not take this lightly. It's a big deal. It really is. Thank you.
Okay, I'm one of the neighbors also, Maureen O'Donnell, you know. So we were here last month asking about the donation of the soccer club to the lights on the field. So how do we get an answer? Because we were here last month, now we're here asking again. I just don't understand this. You know, there's got to be, we would like to sit down with all of you and whoever's donating these lights, find out what exactly is going to be happening, because it's going to affect us greatly. So I know you can answer, but when can you answer? Is there ever a time that you can answer the questions? You know, we don't get it. It's very frustrating. So please, you know, like I told Adam, we're a great neighborhood. You have the best of the best on this block, and you're going to destroy this neighborhood because we're all going to wind up leaving because of this. So, because we really don't think it's going to work out well. There's a lot to consider, a lot. Thank you.
All right, seeing no one else, we'll close the public comment period. Just to respond to the questions raised about the lights, yeah, as I said, I don't have anything new to report at this time. There's been the board back several months ago had agreed to accept the donation, and now we're really just having discussions to see if that is going to work for both parties involved, and that's really why I don't have anything new to report. Until we get a little further along in those discussions, I can't really speak to any specifics of what that would look like, but that's kind of where we are in the process. And until we can get to some point with this organization in terms of that agreement, it's just premature for me to speak about it. And that's why I'm not trying to put you off or keep you from getting the answers that you're looking for. I just don't have them yet because I don't know exactly what that would look like. But when we do, we certainly will share that information with you. We're just not there yet. So hopefully over the course of the next few weeks, I'll have more that I can share with you.
Yep, I think we're going to close the meeting now. We're all done. Have a good night, everybody. Get home safe. Thank you.